Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
Ready when you are.
We are in the Temple of Whitaker. We have a mask and we have the phrases that we have to say once we go inside of there. I will go in there alone because, the others don't wear masks. So let's see. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Continue into the chamber alone. You open the door and stride into the chamber. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hands on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communication as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. The woman turns toward you. You are late, attendant. Even though her face is concealed, you sense her rage in her dangerously low voice and in the sudden silence of the others in the chamber.
I've been waiting on your reports. Quickly now, state your name and purpose.
My name belongs to the gods and my hand to their service.
What company do you seek?
I seek the company of shadows that our labors may remain secret.
Tell me of your labors.
To see that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried.
How do we know your purpose?
We shall know it by the confession of my tongue, the deeds of my hand, and the oath of on my soul.
And how is your oath guarded?
It is sealed by the leaden key.
Welcome, attendant. Tell me of your exploits.
In your mind you see a building magnificent with trellises and tiles and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin.
Does he wait still?
Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. The acolyte's question echoes in your mind. Yes, he waits.
Did they arrive?
The acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay and to a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads Turfoot. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruin suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in the mountainside. Yes, because... No, a signpost on one of the paths reads Turfoot, so they're not yet there. An image of ruin suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in the mountainside. Did they arrive? I guess so, yes.
Your information shall be relayed. Now, for your next task.
The ruins fade from your mind, and in their place is a palimpsest of a neighborhood. Rundown estates are cobbled around the cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him.
Stop him. And above all, don't let him meet her.
You see a woman, deathly pale with a scar over her heart. The acolyte shows you a door in the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper, but then she shows you the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert the command into action. The command comes to your mind, a surprising familiarity about it. You know how to open the door. I shall. Her hands rest slightly on your head. Have you any questions, attendant? Oh, I got experience for this. I'm not sure I want to go on with this, but I can't kill them at the moment because they're inside of here. Too many of them. Show me the prisoner. In your mind you see a building magnificent with trellises and tiles and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin. Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. Oh, I can ask for those things, but... What is this place? This is what remains of the Temple of Vertica. The acolyte shows you a grand structure surrounded by the faithful. The fires of revolution destroyed everything above us and left the remains abandoned, perfect for our purposes. And who are you? I am the acolyte. That is all you need to know. All right. Farewell. Travel to Durford Village? Oh, they want me to actually go on with this. I'm not quite sure I want to. The acolyte's vision showed me mysterious ruins somewhere outside of Durford. The leaden key has sent operatives to find the site, though their purpose is unknown to me. I would like to figure out what we'll have to do before I actually do it. Whether by design or by consequence of the sputtering candlelights, the hooded statue. Find the place of misery madness. Face is almost impossible to see. Never far from the queen.
Yeah?
Can I look around a bit more? It looks like I can. Just want to know if there are other things here. Oh yeah, I could open this one. What do we have here? Charmed, confused attacks, defense against dominator, plus 10 concentration. Oh, I guess that might not be too bad for us. I'll go in here alone because the other ones don't wear masks. I might give back the mask to the guy before. Devotees have placed assorted keys, their teeth filed away and among the runnels of wax. Compare fortitude, reflex, will. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't want to change that. You're already wearing something. Reflex and healing bonus. What is defiance? Yeah, that's the one. The effect here. Charmed, confused, dominated. I think you're gonna wear this one. Book of Defiance is not usable by a fighter. Only usable by a ranger, I see. Alright, makes sense that I should wear it then. Because my current fortitude, reflex of will. Alright, let's give me this one. And this one maybe to you. Because you've before wore of will only. And fortitude, reflex, will. Intellect, resolve. I think I can put this away then. Alright then. Let's take a more look around here. This is leading outside, so I'm not going there. Let's just go back. Interesting to see if I'm able to talk to the others. Can I close the door? I hope so. Alright.
Just say the word.
Now let's go back to that guy and give him back the mask if he wants it back. I don't want him to get in trouble because of me. Can I talk to the initiate? Again, yes. You need something else? I'll be ready for the initiate's meeting soon. Okay, no. Apparently he doesn't care. Let me get back to my usual outfit. And then I guess we can get out of here. Not here because obviously this is the wrong way. Temple of Vertica. Let's go. Steward of Kedno has received a letter for you. Speak to the steward. Can I not speak to the steward like this? Because usually I can speak to the steward without a problem. Well, I can go back to the steward, why not? Well, in any case, I'm not sure if we might come back to them. If we get a quest somewhere to kill them, then we might come back and do exactly that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh, I can talk to Aloth.
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
Well, so tell me now. He clasps his hands together, slowly massaging the knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That when we resolved the matter of your soul, we would also address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
Okay. He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Isilmir. Tell me about Isilmir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen. Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get his gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
I guess that was her. He grimaces, running his hands through his hair. I have none of her memories. Barath spared me that much, but her coarse manners and intolerable hill speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. That is what happened in Gilded Vale when we met him, when he insulted those men. Or she did. She tends to serve as a hair's breadth from conflict. When the fuse has burned down and teeth are on edge, and when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge the situation, she just acts. Sounds like you could take a few cues from her. Cues or vulgarisms? He rolls his eyes and crosses his arms over his chest. I've had to live with that hayseed for years. There's nothing to be learned from her, nothing civilized anyway. He frowns, looking away. Why didn't you just say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although,
He lowers his voice and clasps his hands behind his back. Minutes which twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
Well, if it's helpful to you, we'll go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Well, let's talk about something else. How may I be of service? I'd like to know more about Isilmir. Such as, when did she awaken? My father was a strict man. He expected the best from his only child, and he didn't tolerate failure. His face becomes drawn. At times, he could be rather adamant, particularly when he'd been drinking. Isilmir manifested on one such occasion. To be honest, I don't remember the specifics, only that he was more careful with me after that. You said that you'd learned to hide her a long time ago. My mother instructed me to keep her a secret after she first emerged. She feared that knowledge of my awakening would render me an outcast. Even though Isilmir proved useful against my father, I trusted my mother's advice, and I've since come to see the wisdom behind it. Meerwald is an extreme example, but one that I can relate to more and more each year. Could I talk directly to her? He gives you a taut frown. Her? Answered patients are uncomfortable enough. I'm not eager to invite her into my consciousness more than necessary. I mean, it might be necessary to, well, help you with this, but we'll get to it once we get there, I guess. Let's discuss something else. Indeed. Okay, that's everything. That's all. Find an expert on awakening somewhere in Defiance Bay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not in the Copper Lane, but we'll get there. Oh, speak to the steward. This is for the DLC. Okay. In that case, I'm not doing that now. As far as I know, it should be good to do this, like, after Chapter 3, maybe? Before Chapter 4? Well, in any case, we're now in Chapter 2, and I will definitely do Chapter 2 before...
Ready when you are.
Anything else. So we have the option to go to First Fires or to go to Brackenbury. I want to go to Brackenbury because we have that side quest here. In Brackenbury. Also, we couldn't go to the other ones anyways, to the Heritage Hill and Ondra's Gift. So let's go to Brackenbury. 12 minutes to complete your journey from Copperlane to Brackenbury. Let's go. Alright, this is Brackenbury. Oh, it's not that long. It's not that long. Okay, we know that we'll have to... Rogue Knight, is it? No, it's a two-story job. I've learned of a plot to rob a Brackenbury nobleman, Lord Raymond, and the letter that describes the plans in detail. Lord Raymond's Manor. Oh, perfect. This is exactly where I need to be. Sanitarium, Ondra's Gift, Hardred House. Well, we're gonna check out all. Let's go to the charred barrel first. That's an inn, I suppose. The charred barrel. Let's head inside. Did I say charred? The charred barrel, probably. Thristwin. The young elf is dressed in the gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavily brocaded sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it. If that's what you're here about, then save yourself the trouble. He puffs up his chest but glances at the exit. Well, if I were after you, you'd already be oozing pulp under the table. Tristan cringes. I meant no offense. I've just been on edge ever since our falling out. He pulls at one of his shining buttons. Cyril's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast and Andra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor and send him away. They have a good time and Cyril takes her fee, and a little extra. He rubs his fingers together. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Well, you better not try anything with me. Relax, we're just talking. Besides, I'd like to get out of that business. Anyway, we always split the bounty until a week ago. He squeezes his lips into a tight frown. She takes the necklace off of some noble. It's an Angwithan medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. He tugs at the gold chain around his neck, and even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. Sagani's brow furrows in pity. That's a hard thing. Well, I'll see about getting the medallion from Cyril. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you'll have to go through Mayor. He fidgets with his sleeve. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Alright, talk to Cyril, the Salty Mast and Andra's Gift. That must be the, Andra's Gift, yeah, it's in the south, I see.
Ready when you are.
Let's see, there's Nansen and Ingrode. Let's talk to Nansen. We've met Nansen before. Begging your pardon? Oh, it's you. It's good to see you well. We had a few rough days here, but then we found this place and they were kind enough to hire us both. Yeah, this is like the guy from Gilded Vale that left his partner in the bear cave, but, well, he explained it to us and we let him go with his other partner. Things have been wonderful. I can't tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. Alright, and Ingrode? It's hard work, but good wages, can't complain. Alright, Abelhard Scarian?
Hail, traveler.
The man is dressed in neat but functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflect a life spent in the wilderness. Well met, what brings you to the charred barrel? Is this your place? It's my retirement, he thumps the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who never had any luck pawning it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind and kith from other districts come to mingle. He leans closer. We get a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Besides, their coins are good as anyone else's. And who are you? I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. He rubs his neatly stubbled cheek. Crossed the White March half a dozen times and mapped most of the ruins of Thane Bog. He grins, flashing a gold tooth. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cliver and a few other friends and the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. There's a strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. He raises a mug. What more could a man want? Could you show me your menu? Well, I don't think I need something, but I can sell something, right? Yeah, Alof's Grimoire. No, I actually would keep the Grimoire. If I can. Alright, I can sell this one as well. Alright, and the book. Let's go. What do you have interesting? Nothing I need at the moment. I also need no adventurer. Alright, no new companions still. I could rest here, of course, but I don't think I need to at the moment at least. Hannah Oirakos. Alright, nothing interesting there. Let me look around here. Is that the kitchen? Yes. Hello, cook. Please don't drag dirt into my kitchen. The patrons here are particular. The oven smells of roast game hen and baking bread. Oh, that would be stealing. I don't want to steal. Let's go back here in case there are more people with actual names. Right. Understudy. The scripts and props belong to production of The Most Unfortunate Tale of Fadia and Bernat. Okay, let's go upstairs. Alright. Oh, Merwith and pirates? Merwith watches you through coal-rimmed eyes. She puts her hand on the hilt of her blade, jangling the jewels that hang from her waist. We don't know each other, stranger. Best we keep it that way. What brings you to the charred barrel? Merwith raises an eyebrow. What's it look like? Good wine and a little peace and quiet. She flips a copper coin with her thumb, and Scarion doesn't ask too many questions. He don't seem like a Brackenbury local. I'm a sailor. She gives you a half smile, and the liberator of certain goods. Merwith casually fingers a large earring. And the nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. I'll be going. Alright. The map charts routes through the White March. Okay. Just looking around here a bit. Alright, this goes to you and the rest here. An hexametal water jug fashioned from white clay. More digests. Okay, hello. Alright, nothing here to see. This map of the Deerwood in Air Glanfath appears to predate the discovery of some of the ruins in the east. It's signed by cartographer A. Scarion. Kilassus? Nothing. And Ileana Renault? Also. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if they are people who are interesting NPCs or just random people. And whenever I can just see their souls, then it's just a random NPC. Victor, I think I didn't talk to you before, or I did. Okay, let's go downstairs. Alright. Oh, bandits. There's really not asking too many questions here. Pale yellow and deep amber whiskies from the Deerwood and the Living Lands rest side by side. The proprietor has collected a respectable variety of bottles from around the world, from tart Adair reds to sweet summer wines of Ruatai. And the leader? Just having a little chat with my associates, of course. Flask of the infamous soul burn of the Deadfire Archipelago are nestled next to Crystal Clear, Nasitaki and Glenfevan spirits. What do we have here? Oh, let's take it. Alright then, that's all. Wait, I think that was stealing the other thing, so let's now go to this man, this noble man we have to report to. I wanted to give him his normal grimoire back because it is his, so he should wear his grimoire. I just need to update his spells. Missiles, Fan of Flame, Spirit Shield, Wizard Double. Yeah, I think I wanted that. Fleet Feet. Parasitic Staff. Eldritch Aim. Creates a glowing quarterstaff of pure energy for the wizard to wield, granting a bonus chance to hit and giving the wizard endurance with each successful strike. No. Chill fog. I think I'll keep the ones that I have, apart from the jointling touch. Maybe that's something I need. Alright. Level 2. Rolling flame, bewildering spectacle, bulwark against the elements, corrosive siphon. I think that's fine. Yeah. Ray of fire. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Do I use this one though? Yeah, let me keep that. And third level, draining touch. No, alright, we'll have that. Alright then, let's go and report. Alright, Raymond's servant. I can't talk now, the master of the house doesn't tolerate shirking. It's okay, but I need to talk to the master of the house. Because we have something to report to the master. Lord Raymond. Oh yeah, there he is.
Well met, friend.
Lord Raymond holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the sallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all of his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. I have uncovered a plot to rob you. He lowers his papers and looks at you for the first time. Is that so? Let me see that. He scans the parchment with the speed of an expert clerk. When he returns his attention to you, his tone is brisk and businesslike. You've done this house and the city a great service. I'm certain you will consider this an adequate reward for your labors. Oh, a lot of experience gained. Nice. Intellect. Ah, damn it. The letter was signed AD. Does that mean anything to you? I suspect it means Abracan Derminal, the sign of House Derminal. A look of disgust crosses his face. A pampered, pandered lad, if ever there was one. Oh, 2,000 copper. You have gained an item, Ring of Unshackling, added to inventory. He's ruthless, I'll give him that much. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the wits to match his appetites. Can you tell me about House Derminal? They were once an eminent and admired house. Now they're just a den of thieves. Back in the Durwood's colonial days, the Derminals were respected members of the ducal court, which is why it was so surprising that they remained loyal to Adia during Hadrian's rebellion. When Hadrian and the Durwood won independence, the Derminals lost their favor but not their wealth. Rather than return to Adia like other loyalist houses, they dug their heels in here and turned from politics to commerce. He shrugs. In one way of looking at it, they simply partnered with the wrong side. Now that they haven't prospered since in their own way. He rubs his jaw. Lately they've been seeking to carve out a new niche for themselves, one right between the Crucible Knights and the Dozens, it seems. Well, what's so important about this gem? The heart of White March is nearly a flawless diamond. It's also the patrimony of the dwarves of White March. It was seized by an Adarian lord in the early days of colonization, and the dwarves haven't forgotten it. Now the knights and the Dozens are both bidding for it to make a peace offering to the dwarves. He shrugs. Whichever party buys it, the dwarves will make useful allies for Defiance Bay, especially these days. And what will you do now? Lord Raymond pinches crisp, sharp creases into the note. Eliminates the competition. Alright, farewell. Well, this is done. In the next episode I will still look around here a bit, without being too suspicious. Yeah, and we will continue in the next episode. As I said, I wanted to check, okay, a little bit more experience until we're 6th level. Can't wait for that. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye bye.